Hey guys, Anthony Henderson coming to you today. I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you guys as far as how to open a bottle of wine. So, if you ever found yourself in a place and you find one of these and one of these, and then something like this. They're all different devices, corkscrews, to actually open a bottle of wine. So, they're all pretty similar. Obviously, they do the same function, but they're all engineered just a little bit different ways. So. You have this one here, which is pretty typical, and you can kind of see the corkscrew there. What you want to do is just drive that actually into the bottle of wine. Just go right from the top. Once you get it in there, you'll just actually press down on both sides. Once you get the cork up far enough, you'll kind of just work it out with your hand. It's kind of the best way to do it. These are probably the most traditional ones that you'll see in someone's cabinet drawer or something like that at Thanksgiving or whatever. So yeah, they're good, they work, they're fine. There's a lot more high-tech ones than this, but they all kind of do the same thing. The second one here is just it's also corkscrew, but this one is pretty easy. It actually does all the work for you. So battery operated, rechargeable battery. What you do is just plop that on there. You'll just hit the down button, and it's actually just going to pop the cork up, remove that for you as well. The one thing I don't like about these ones personally is it'll actually drive all the way through the cork, and then once it drives through the corkscrew will actually go through the other end to pop the cork out of the bottle of wine. If you don't mind drinking cork, it's not a big deal. It usually doesn't hurt the bottle or anything like that. I do have one of these. I've had them for years, but I rarely use it kind of because of that reason. I like to be able to not be drinking cork if I don't have to. I've drank plenty of cork and it hasn't hurt me yet, but if I don't need it, then I typically won't use that. If I'm in a pinch or something, I'll grab it quick and go from there. And then kind of the traditional is kind of a bartender's best friend. There's all kinds of different names for these: wine keys, corkscrews, whatever, which is another great one. And actually I usually carry one of these, well, not always in my pocket, but I'll keep one in my vehicle in case I'm at a friend's house or something like that. And if I have a cooler that I'm taking places, there's usually one of these in there. They're very efficient, and they're pretty affordable as well. You can probably pick one up for $5-6 depending on the brand. They're nice and easy and compact. Throw it in your pocket if you need to take it somewhere, and I just leave mine in my drawer. Yeah, they're probably the one that I use the most of. I have friends that use bigger devices, and they're just in love with those, and they're great, but as far as for storage and things like that, honestly, I usually just use one of these. So, well, I'll walk you through on how to open this bottle of wine here as well. It's not going to be real professional or real presented correctly like at a restaurant, but for the most part, when you want to use any of these here, you'll want to remove this foil. Some people will go right through the foil, which is fine. It's still going to work. You can actually just kind of take your hand and go around the bottle, and you can actually usually just pop them off. They're not on there real well. In a restaurant, you'll probably see a presentation where they'll make sure that they'll present the bottle to you, and then they usually will go once around the top, and then when they're done with that, then they usually will go once around the side. And what this is going to do is it'll just kind of score the foil there, and then what that's going to do, and then some people will kind of go up the side there too. That just is going to kind of give you a nice little sear there, so you can get right at it. And then if you see, now you have access right to the cork, and hopefully, if done correctly, we won't pierce the cork and open the bottle right up. So we'll give it a try, and we're just going to use the kind of standard one here. And like I said, this one pretty much looks just like it. It's just another brand. So this one has a kind of a two-tier system. So what it does is it actually allows you to get in there a little bit. You can pop the cork up a little bit, and then you can actually take it into kind of the second gear there, kick it into high, and then get the rest of the cork out. And hopefully we don't puncture the cork all the way through to the other side. And then our other thing that we really want to make sure that we watch out for is that we don't actually break the cork as well. So once again, we'll take the bottle, and we're just going to go directly into it. You want to kind of just go a little bit off center of the cork. Not that it's a huge deal, but you can just kind of get in there. And then what you'll want to do is drive this in as far as you can. And I usually try to do it somewhere where you can still see about one notch there. Some corks are longer than others. At this depth, I don't think you have to worry about going through the cork really. So I kind of just leave a little buffer zone there, leave it about one, and then we'll take it to kind of that first notch there, pop her open a little bit, And then after you get it in a little bit, then I kind of will just crank her just a tish more. And then what we can do is actually we've given ourselves enough room to get onto that second tier there of our wine key. So once we get that second tier, we're just going to pop her up. As you can see, we're almost out. And after that, I'm just going to use my hand to get the rest of the cork out. And there's a nice clean cork removal. Looks great. As you see, we didn't puncture all the way through. So I think that's a success, and the wine looks great as well. So with that being said, that's just kind of wine opening 101 there for you. For any more great tips like this, or for more content or anything like that, feel free to subscribe to the page. You can hit the little notification bell. That'll make sure that you get notified for anything that I'm doing here. And also below in the description, feel free to check that out there. I'm going to have more resources as far as wine-related items for you to check out as well. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and until the next video, have a good day.